I know because I'm going to go into secondary immigration, right? I've got a criminal record back in the UK.
No way.
Yeah, and
Have you ever woken up to tattoos?
have I woken up to a tattoo?
Yeah, like one drunk night and you wake up to a tattoo.
Kung Pao chicken.
Okay, Kung Pao chicken is Chinese.
Look at your face here.
Honestly, I had to go and wash my mouth out after that. I was like, right, I need to cool down. So the maddest place for people-wise is India. And he went,
Wow.
That's a big thing.
Wow.
That's a big thing.
What's good, everyone? Welcome back to Let Me Backstage. Today we have a very special guest. We've got the one and only Cristoph. He's got collabs with Eric Preds, Amplify, Frakiwa, AN4, Fortunes 82, just to name a few.
Cristoph is just not a DJ. He's a producer and he has his own record label, making sure that he is one of the coolest DJs in town. More than that, he is the first international artist that is coming on our podcast for the first time.
Well, here we are, Chris. What a fucking party.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure, like, this is your fifth time to Bombay and India, especially, of course. I mean, you've always played at this venue whenever you've come here.
right, so this venue, I think it may be the fourth, I think, like I played here.
I think the third.
And
I've attended the last 3 gigs of yours.
Yeah, and I remember the last one. I think I came in quite early, so you come in like the side door here.
Yeah.
And you're like, right, and obviously everyone comes in the sit. Like, I enjoy that. Like, you don't want special treatment, whatever.
Yeah.
And you come in, and I remember the last time I came in, and it was like, fuck, there's not many people here.
Yeah.
Then by the time I came on the decks, it was like, all right, that's all right, it's cool, it's whatever. Then today I came in and it was like fucking, we couldn't even open the
On a
fucking
Thursday.
door.
On a
On a
Thursday.
Thursday.
And that, mate, we were in Brewdog, right?
Yeah.
That's where I was. And fucking, I went there with like some good friends from here, and they're like, let's go there. And people were coming over, they're like, we coming out for fucking you, you know? And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
That's
right,
a great
like,
feeling,
I
isn't
mean,
it?
So I spent a lot of the time in America, and I understand that people come out, but to fly, I mean, I'm from fucking Newcastle, like, to fly and live in another country, then fly halfway around the world, and somebody tell me, because he was a big guy, like, mate, to come across, and like, he wasn't a challenging guy, but like, sometimes you see kids come across and, oh, right, nice to meet you, mate. But he was, right, I'm here for you, bro. Give me a fist like that. I'm like, oh, okay, bro, right?
Like a huge guy.
Yeah. I'm like,
That didn't sound consensual.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck, like, does this kid want to roll around before I even fuck?
No, but what do you think of the Indian crowd amongst the other crowd that you play for?
You know
Where
what it
do
is?
we rank?
Like, this is no lies. So, everywhere I go, every now and then you get stopped, and you get, and I think it's just the immigration officer who wants to speak to you, and especially after COVID, right?
Yeah.
And I came into Boston. That's where I came into, right? And the guy in Boston my surname's Costigan, so it's like this Irish American kind of, you know, like if you've ever watched The Departed, there's something about that on there.
Okay.
And the guy was like, oh, my ex-partner was Costigan. I was like, yeah, cool, mate. Like, I know because I'm going to go into secondary immigration, right? I've got a criminal record back in the UK.
No way.
Yeah, and I get drafted in all the time. I've got a waiver on my visa. So I get drafted in. Like, I'm not here to hide away from anything. So we get drafted in there. And after COVID, I was literally the only person coming through there, right? And everybody else was American coming through that side.
Yeah.
I'm from like the UK or like a visa side.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the guy was like, right, let's have a crack. And he was like, oh, Costigan, yeah. I've got my ex-partner was like that. Okay, right, okay, cool. She's like, can I go through your bag? I was like, of course you can, mate. Right?
Yeah.
Like, nothing to hide.
Yeah.
But they've got to do that. They've got to act on impulse about waive on the visa and stuff like that. Right? Okay, cool. And honestly, I thought he just got bored, right? And he's like, so where have you been in the world? Where have you been in America? So I was like telling him about the festivals that you've played. He's like, you played, you played EDC. Yeah, I played EDC. You played Ultra, right? He's like, so where's the maddest place you've played? And I was like, honestly, right, you would imagine South America.
Yeah.
South America was amazing to play.
Yeah.
So the maddest place for people-wise
Yeah.
is India. And he went,
Wow.
That's a big thing.
Wow.
and he was like,
That's a big
but
thing.
mate, he's like, fuck off. I was like, I'm telling you now. He's like, what? I was like, mate, that because you wouldn't imagine
Yeah.
the Indian, like, people to be how you are,
Yeah.
like in a nightclub.
Yeah.
You would not imagine people to be into electronic music at all. And you know, like, I've spent the whole day at the hotel, and there's been a big wedding going on. You can see everything. Like, that's the big thing. Like, like all these dances and
That's
stuff
the
like that.
stereotype of Indians, right?
of
You feel
course.
like dancing and the
And I've
tradition.
been walking past, and they've all been like,
yeah.
like watching me walk. I was like, and honestly, I text my girlfriend, I text my best friend.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's like you're Godzilla, innit? I'm like, yeah.
Straight
I was
up
like,
Godzilla.
Yeah. Honestly, my girlfriend's like, but you are, like, because she's American. She's
Oh.
like, but you're a big guy. I was like, I'm not fucking big. Because where I'm from,
Yeah.
the north of England, everyone's a big guy,
Big,
right?
yeah.
She's like, nah, you're a big guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm fucking not. She's like, stuff. I was like, right, okay, so I've got to give in to whatever you say. Yeah.
But
and
for
I'm like,
Asians, you're actually a big guy because you know Asians are very timid and like
yes,
very
exactly.
petite.
But
Yeah,
honestly,
so-
like,
me,
even
like-
when I was eating, the guy was like, he come across, and I could hear him, and I was like, is he speaking to me? Like, I didn't want to like
Yeah.
turn around like, how he did, because in case he wasn't, I didn't
Yeah,
want to be rude.
yeah,
Then he'd
yeah.
come across like, I love your tattoos. I was like, an Indian guy loving like religious tattoos, Christian like tattoos.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, look. He's like, it suits you. Like, I stood up and I stood up and I
What
was like,
tattoos do you have though?
like everything you can imagine, mate. Like,
Is your full
Like,
body tattoo or just the hands?
so all up there, that's tattooed. Up there's tattooed across my
Okay.
chest.
Okay.
Down
Damn.
there's
Yeah.
tattooed.
you got something down there?
I've got. I've got. Yeah, I wish. Well, fuck it, nah.
That's painful.
I've got like everywhere. Yeah. Some of it, like in.
Have you
Very-
ever woken up to tattoos?
Have I woken up to a tattoo?
Yeah, like one drunk night and you wake up to a tattoo.
Mate,
No.
nah. I'm very. I'm not even gonna say I'm in control.
Well, that's
because
where I
I'm fucking
fucked
not.
up.
Oh, you woke up with
that's
the
a massive
tattoo.
flag.
I woke up to a tattoo that says I can start a riot, and now it is stuck on my body.
I can start a riot.
Oh my god.
No, wait, get it out.
I woke,
Sure.
Get it?
Oh, it's on your
Well,
leg, right? Forget about it. Nah, I don't want to see that.
Oh my god.
But, right, okay, that is fucking pretty.
Oh
yeah.
my
That-
God.
I'm into that, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez.
No,
right.
but we know and we read about you that you're a crazy guy. You just are this energy that is unmatched. And we know that when you were a teenager, you used to just love sneaking into clubs. And when I
Yeah.
read about you, I was like, I want this guy to be my best friend because you're someone who you can just go out with and you know your night's going to be a lot of fun. So
Yeah. Yeah. Another drink then?
Yeah. No, so I was saying that I know how much fun you are, and we've read about the fact that as a teenager you used to
Yeah.
sneak up into clubs and do all these mischievous things.
Yeah.
And are you still the same person? Because I would love to be your best friend if you were the same person right now. Because you seem
listen,
like
I'm calling dibs on that first.
Nah.
I'm calling dibs on that first. I call shotgun.
Right. Listen, right. So my brother and sister are the same. Them would get me into the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But where I'm from in the north of England, like everybody is like that kind
Like
of
this?
mischievous kind of person.
Yeah.
I can't say much more than that because you're gonna end up getting people like told off. Like, I've moved to America. I've got my girlfriend. I don't think she quite understands how mischievous we
Mischievous.
are. Like, it's
Oh.
nothing bad about us, like at all.
Not
like,
at all.
It's
Not at
just
all.
in what we do. We care about everyone that we're with, like without a doubt.
No, I
You believe in having fun.
Mate.
Just believe in
Well,
having
now
fun. Like
there's
Nah.
no other religion,
That-
right?
I totally.
Shit, right? I'm covered in fucking yeah.
No, but
no. I'm not. Yeah, I just want to go out. I want to see everyone smiling. What you're saying is like, can I be? It's not about being part of me or part of anybody else. Like,
Yeah.
come in, like have fun. Like, I just want to see everyone do the same thing. Like, I would do that no
Yeah.
matter what I was doing in
Yeah.
life. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
my dad was a really big, like, pusher on that. Like you've got to have fun. Like you've got, and he always drilled us like this one kind of slogan. Like this was a motto. Like his motto was kind of like, "This isn't a dress rehearsal." So it's like you've got one time. It's one time to enjoy yourself. So when you sat there and you're thinking, should I sit there and not spend this money on going on a holiday, or should I go on holiday? Spend the fucking money on going on holiday. What's the worst? What's the worst that could happen? What is the worst?
Just lose money. That's
right. You know, it could be the worst trip of your life, but at least you've tried.
Yeah.
You've never done that. Like, and honestly, that sticks with me my whole.
Would you
entire
let
life.
him know I'm up for adoption? Would you let him know I am up for adoption?
I would, but you'll have to ask him. He's up in the sky now, so like, yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'll adopt you, no bother. Right, there we go.
Wow.
Bye, guys.
Well, Chris, you know, you've got so many remixes with so many big names. You've got remix with Eric Prydz, you've got remix with Camel Fat, Alien Fur, and it just goes on. So, I mean, for me personally, it has to be the one that you've done with Ross Quinn, Turning Away.
Yeah.
So, you know, what was your favorite collab though? Like,
collab-wise, jeez. I like the, honestly, I understand the Ross Quinn one. The Ross Quinn one has got serious, like, kind of personal relation. Like, so what happened with the Ross thing, I found his voice and I hit him up, and he lived in London, right? And then, like, you know, you ask some background about everybody and stuff like that. And he come from the same area where my parents come from. Oh. And his parents are good friends with
your parents?
Yeah. And his auntie was best friends with my mom. Wow. And then they went to high school and they never got in touch with, like,
so you've known him forever now?
I haven't spoke to him, but my mom knew him. Like, my mom knew his auntie, like, in them were best friends at high school, right? And then they went on to another school, never got in touch, because back in the day, you didn't have
like
fucking
phones
mobile
and like,
phones.
WhatsApp, nothing. Yeah.
And his auntie, I think she's called Auntie Kath or something like that. It was my mom's best friend at school, so we put them back in touch with each other.
Wow.
And like, for me, that's more important than the record that we've done. Ross is a great vocalist. He's an unbelievable artist.
He is.
So
His
good.
voice is just
like, he's so good. And I want him to come through more into our world. Like, I don't think he understands how much he can, like, penetrate the melodic house and progressive world.
Yeah.
I think he just wants to sit in his own little bit. But I think he could be a lot bigger than he is. But it's up to him what he wants to do. But collaboration-wise, I've got to say, I do love working with Archie. He's one of my boys. Like, I've known him from fucking day one. He is a good guy. Ads is a great guy to work with.
Do you have something coming out with him?
Me and Ads, it's honestly, mate, right, I dropped back home just for my brother's. It was meant to be my brother's birthday over, like, St. Patrick's Day. So I dropped back home then, and I was just messing around with something on Ableton, and I sent it over to Ads, and I was like, mate, this is a fucking monster.
Yeah.
He's like, wow. Right, and
Let's
then honestly, within about 3 hours, me and him have come out with this record, and I've been powering it out in tracks.
When is it out?
Mate, we haven't finished, mate. It's just like, it's just a 6-minute fucking loop of fucking, like, monsterism, and it's like,
all right,
so,
I think we're gonna look forward to that.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's like, mate, once I've finished it, like, once me and Ads finish it, it's like, it's a beast, bro.
I mean,
like,
your first EP was You Know What You Mean, right? Back in 2013.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, You Know What You Mean was your first EP.
Yeah.
And this was back in
2000.
2000.
I mean, I think I had about fucking 12, 15 records. I was just sort of piling them out. Just someone sign me, please.
You know, that was the classic house sound, you know? Like, your transition from playing
chunky drums,
from house to where you are today. Like, how did that transition happen in you?
I always thought, right, so I started writing stuff which is a bit more progressive, and it wasn't getting picked up. Like, it just wasn't happening, because, you know, you kind of signaling yourself into that niche area of Sasha, Digweed, Eric, Danny Howells, whatever. So I'm like, right, I'm out. You know, I had a couple of records picked up, but you're not going to make any sort of fucking waves, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, right, what I should do is write some other music, and you've still got, like, the elements to diverse into, or to kind of direct that track into another world.
Yeah.
And then you can start, and then you can maybe drag some of that bass crowd into what you're doing. And that's it's business, mate.
Right.
You know, like it
Yeah,
really is.
Yeah.
And without sounding so shit about it all, because everybody wants to be like, everyone loves music.
Yeah.
It is fucking business.
Yeah.
It is.
Like-
Proper, yeah.
And like I want to be someone who's understood in the market, like respected in the market, and just someone who I've got a bass crowd who follows me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and mate, it's at times you look at it and you're like, "Fuck, I should do this. I should." And I'm my own worst enemy because I won't fucking confine to the TikTok like era. I won't confine to what
Yeah.
fucking Instagram's
Yeah.
telling
Yeah.
me to do.
Yeah.
Well, fuck that.
You're just going with the trend, of course.
I just want to release something
Yeah.
good, like,
Yeah.
and it'll come around.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you know,
If I'm still here when it comes around, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
it's one of them risks that.
Now,
but you know, there's like, I've got nephews, like my sister's got 4 boys and stuff like that, and like them will always look up the uncle and stuff like that, and if them are looking up to someone and being like he's a guy who's he lives his life proper, he does certain things correctly, he doesn't stand there when he wakes up in the morning and sells himself to his soul and be like, oh, like licking his fucking like
Yeah.
cornflakes. I'm
Yeah, that's
I'm
true,
not
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't want my fucking nephews doing that shit, because
Yeah.
I don't want them believing that's the way to make money in life.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
proper, be a good
Yeah.
person, be decent, work out what you're good at, and even if it's not good at it, like you can do something in any sort of life,
Right.
and you can be someone that you want to be, like, and
Yeah.
be proud of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone who stood there, like, there's too many reality TV fucking situations which boil my fucking piss, mate, and I'm done with
I'm
it
sure.
all.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you just spoke about Sasha and John Big Bed. I mean,
Legends,
You know,
mate, legends.
they've been a major. They've played a major role in your life.
Yeah,
like,
of
you know,
course.
so I mean, how did that work out for you? Like, what?
That came about, I mean, mate, again, like sneaking into nightclubs with my brother and sister, like, them led me into it, and that's the whole consequence of society kind of label. It's the consequence of the society which I
Yeah.
was brought up in,
Yeah.
where I'm into that music.
Yeah.
Like, mate, you're talking about 14, 15 years of age. I'm getting sneaked into this like nightclub, and I'm watching Sasha Digweed, Danny Howells, the legends of fucking the progressive house scene.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, like I understand what this is about.
Yeah.
You know, like even the more dirtier sound, like the Justin Robinsons and stuff like that. Like it was mega, mate.
It was, yeah,
I'm like, oh,
massive.
right, okay, yeah, huge, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
yeah.
reading about you, and you happened to play your first gig when you were 17.
Yeah.
I mean, most people your age were busy watching the Harry Potter or the James Bond if they got lucky.
Right, are you watched Harry Potter?
I have.
Right, explain that fucking thing. So I'm so dumbfounded.
I mean,
I'm
I
like,
grew up watching Harry Potter when
Yeah,
I was
mate.
17. I wasn't
mate,
allowed
I
to watch
grew up
anything.
and I'm like, honestly, I'll try and watch it on every flight. I'm like, right, I'm up to that
I mean,
part.
it takes half an
mate,
hour and you're like done with it. What
Yeah.
about James Bond?
Same.
Mate.
Same.
Fuck James Bond never dies, so fuck James Bond. Like, it pisses me off. Like, but Harry Potter,
I mean, at
like,
least the music's good.
yeah, the music's good. It's the
mean-
same fucking.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you have Adele singing it.
Mate,
You had Sam Smith
Harry
sing to
Potter
it.
is like, right, I don't understand how, like, what goes on to next. And now, and the next thing I know, I'm in like, all right, it's the Deathly Hallows or something like that. I'm like, right, how the fuck have I got here?
You have to start from the first book and then
Mate,
go
he
all
was
the
in
way.
a cupboard before, and now I'm like, what? Like,
Okay, but you were playing gigs at the age of 17 when the drinking age in the
mate, I was playing
Kingdom-
gigs. I think I was like 13, 14 when I was underage, and my mum and dad would sit outside, and I would play there before they even opened. Like,
cute.
because yeah, it was crazy, mate. But
and
Wow.
you must have been the popular one in your group because you're the only one who has
I
his
think
hands on
because
the
I've got the
deck.
biggest pair, so, and my brother was a big, yeah. Everyone like just give nah. I just think it was the right time, like right person, right time thing. I don't think that I was any better than anybody else. Like we'd done some underage parties, and somebody from the club watched me play, and they're like, all right, and they didn't understand that I was younger. And the guy was like, you know, we want you to come and play this before the club opens. And I said, like, I'm underage. So he's like, can you get and my mum and dad would sit outside, like, okay, cool.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh my god, this kid's a good DJ. I'm like, mate, our clan mixes to fuck, bro. Like, honestly, that's why I took all this.
Now that makes
Yeah.
sense.
But your parents, no, your dad and your brother are DJs.
My dad was a DJ. My brother was a DJ. Yeah.
Oh wow, is that why you started DJing at the age of 17?
I started when I was about 8.
When you were 8?
Yeah. No shit. Like on
Wow.
what? Like
On
vinyls?
yeah, on vinyl. Yeah.
No shit. Like
Yeah.
when you were 8?
Yeah.
Wow.
So my dad had decks. My brother had Technics, but my dad had these decks where, like, my dad was a Motown DJ, right? So it wasn't all about like beat matching.
Yeah.
So it's all about, if you go to your grandparents and ask them how did you used to tune your TV in, it was like this, right?
Oh.
So my dad, and so that's how I learned kind of how to beat match.
Yeah.
And but like football was my first love, and that's what I used to be able to play. And then from there, like I always, of course, you want to follow your dad. Of course, you want to follow your big brother. You know.
Absolutely.
And I've lost both of them now, so it's like fucking. So I'm like, all right, I'm a bit lost in life without both
Sorry
of them
to hear
to
that,
even
yeah.
bounce ideas off. But
Yeah.
it drives me on to be like, okay, this is what we were meant to do as a group, right? So okay, cool. And that's what drove me into, like, even like after like I lost my dad, and so, well, even before that, it was kind of like, I need to write my own music. That's how you're gonna like get out and
take it
the
out.
world.
Get it out. Yeah.
It's not like we can't get out of the local city
Yeah.
without writing our own music, right?
Yeah.
But what was that music that you wrote after that?
I was just, mate, honestly, right, I didn't have a fucking clue what I was doing. I swear down. So, but all my friends are such a good group of fucking friends, and they're so sound like we're all like that, and we will do anything for anybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, like, I've got to stop going out. We've got to stop doing this. And to be fair, you're asking a group of kids who could come out 3-4 nights a week and get free drinks all the time.
Yeah.
And get with any fucking bird in the club, like, you know, like, well, being derogatory, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's what was the crack.
Well,
and I was like, right, so I was going back to mine, and then I was like, right, let's drink on. And I was like, right, and now I need to learn how to write music. And I said, look, like, I'll go and do the gig, then I'm coming back. So all the lads were like,
drinking never stops with Chris. It never stops.
Get
all
the
the
man
lads-
a shot already.
Yeah, where's it?
Right here.
Right there.
There you go.
Cheers.
That's beer, that. Cheers.
Very well,
Cheers.
of course, cheers. You know, you're hot since when though? Like, you know, I mean, I've read this somewhere out there.
Swallowing it everywhere, yeah, I know.
You're hot since when? Because I've read this somewhere that hot since Edudu also like played a very big role in your life.
He did, yeah.
You were basically under his wing for a very
For a
long
bit,
time.
yeah.
And I mean, how did that relationship work out for you?
Again, it was just something I sent him like a record, and he just jumped on board. Like, Daly's a great kid.
Yeah.
Like, you know, such a lovely guy.
Both of you are like really hot. Like, whenever you guys come to India, like all the women in India are like, fuck,
Yeah.
we need these guys.
Mate, I've just been in where's it, Brewdog?
Brewdog.
Somebody told me, I was like, oh, and they were like, oh, you're like Messi. I was like, what? I was like, I'm 6'2".
Yeah,
Messi's like, okay.
I'm sorry,
And
we Indians aren't very good with floating.
Yeah,
we do not know how to approach.
But I text my girl, I was like, right, you're not going to guess who I'm being like told I look like. And my girlfriend's like, who now? Like, I was like, Messi. She's like, she's like, you fucking. I was like, I know not like I look nothing like him. But yeah, I mean, Daly, he's such a great kid. He's a great DJ, great producer.
Yeah.
Like he took me on his wing for a little bit. I seen him at Miami in the other week in March, but that was like a loose week for at least 5 days. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not touch on that. Yeah.
I mean, you know, you travel all across the world right now, and
Yeah.
I'm sure like there's so many clubs that you visit. So what's that one thing that you notice when you enter a club? Like, you know, I mean, for example, in India right now at this point, the clubs in India are like really focusing on the sound. Back in the days, it wasn't really a thing, but now, you know, sound is very important. I mean, as equal as like a headliner, you know.
Yeah, it is very important. Like, you know, I've just done I just done Green Valley back in Brazil, which is, I would say, one of the biggest clubs in the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking huge, mate. I think it's like a 9,000 cap. And me and Eric went to do it, and Mate, it's reading that crowd, like, it's reading what they want, like, it's understanding what they want. You know, you can go in somewhere and you can think, fuck this, I'm going to play underground for the first hour.
Right.
And you could drop the first record and it would be like, and it would flatten the fucking place. Like, you need to get that, get out of there.
How many people were there?
In Green Valley, there, I think it was about 9,000.
Whoa.
Wow.
Straight.
But when I got there, I asked, like, I stood and I asked the owners, I asked the promoters, I was like, so what's this about? Like, what are these into? And they told me about, like, okay, cool. So I went on stage and it just went off. And Eric come on and he smashed it as well. So we, like, it's all about understanding your audience. It's like asking about that.
Yeah.
Don't turn up at like 2 minutes to set time.
Yeah.
And think you're gonna smash it out with the fucking biggest fucking 10-minute dub because it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Like,
It really depends. But
the majority of the crowd might not
like it. Yeah.
You just do your homework, mate. Like, and I can't even understand. Like, I can't kind of tell someone to do that unless they're there.
Yeah.
You know, like,
doesn't work really that way.
DJs will know what I'm on about.
Yeah, that's
Other
true.
kids will be like, you know, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but
Like, no. I mean, I'm sure people would get it like the way.
Parties are one thing, and after parties are another thing. And after party, you always want to grab a bite, right? You always want some munchies. After.
Feed me.
Yes.
Fucking disintegrate.
Yes. So, are you a fan of Indian food? Because you've come here 3-4 times, and is there something that you're like, oh my god, I need to try this now?
I can't cope with fucking spicy food
At all?
So,
at all.
1 second, you think Indian food is spicy? Just wanted to
Anything
understand.
Across, honestly, I got given this goat sausage, I think it was, but it wasn't. It was like
Goat sausage. Oh,
What
like
was
a kebab or a galati kebab.
What was
Okay.
it? The sausage?
Sikh kebab. Oh shit!
Then I took my fucking roof off. Like,
How long were we stuck in the washroom for? That's the question.
listen. After that, what was the thing after the cow pat? What?
Kung
Kung
Pao
Pao.
chicken.
Okay, Kung Pao chicken is
Look
Chinese.
at your face,
Mate.
yeah.
Honestly, I had to go and wash my mouth out. After that, I was like, right.
Okay, I need to take you out for an Indian meal and make you try
it's
something.
not happening.
Not happening.
Because I saw this video of Fisher as well. Oh. Did you see that video
Did
where
you
he
see
got
that video?
tapped when he was
Fisher
going
was
to
like
the airport
walking
and he was
crabbed,
walking
like he was
so
walking towards
weirdly.
the airport, and it was walking all like this, and then the caption says spicy Indian food, like
My ass burning, and then he
my
walks
ass burning.
out.
Yeah, he'll
So-
probably do a jokey video, but honestly, I can't cope with it like at all.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
no Indian food for you.
So you also were
Yeah.
you were also with Eric Prydz for a very long time. You've like dropped an album with him which has about 8 tracks, I believe, and then you've toured with him. You've opened so many times for him. How did that feel for you? Like, you know, with a legendary guy like that. And he hasn't come back to India in a very long time, by the way. So I think you should maybe
wouldn't
like
want
just
to-
put in a word, tell him that I think
Yeah,
it's time.
I get this all the time. But yeah, I mean, Eric, he's an absolute legend. Like, I love him a bit. He's I would class Eric as like a really good friend.
Yeah.
I can't even begin to explain how my career has become aligned with his.
What's
Yeah.
that one thing that he taught you, or maybe that's that one thing you're
To
gonna
believe
remember?
in yourself, mate. Like, that is like, it's a huge and I still can't get my head around it. And he tells me that all the time. Like, if I send him a record, like, he's like, "Do you like it?" Yes. Right.
Right.
Fucking, but believe in your own
Right.
stuff, mate. You know.
Right.
Like, yeah. He's a legend. I honestly, before this gets cut off, I think Eric Prydz will be the best single producer that we will ever see in our lifetime.
In our history, yeah, for sure.
Not sampler, not any, like, from a producer from scratch.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody will ever beat him. I've watched him in the studio. I don't think anyone will touch him for a fucking
Anywhere
lifetime.
close, yeah.
For a lifetime, mate.
He's a very talented guy.
You
no doubt,
worked
yeah.
with a label called Anjana Deep.
Do what?
Anjana Deep.
Yeah.
Anjana Deep.
He's like, do I?
Now, what do you think about the label Anjana Deep? Like, it's
Great.
very different compared to the other labels we have out there. And an interesting fact about Anjana Deep is that the people who made Anjana Deep got the idea in India in a place called Goa, where there is a beach called Anjuna. Now it's like the party hub of Goa. But what are your views on the label? How do you like it?
I like it, yeah, it's good. But I think at this moment in time, I think Anjuna itself is like a bit more kind of realigning itself, you know. I've got a couple of more tracks which is signed with them, you know, like the great fucking label to be aligned with. Yeah, the solid label. Like I don't know what you want us to say, but
But do you like the music?
Do I like the music that I put out? Of course I do. Like that's why I put my music there.
It is my genre to go to. Like Anjana Deep is that one gig I would not ever miss.
Yeah,
And
that's
they
crazy.
recently played an event in Mumbai in this new venue that's come up. It's called Bayview, and they absolutely banged it. It was beautiful, and it was a full moon. I clearly remember it being a full moon, and Anyasa was maybe finishing his set. And his music is very calm, and it just
Anyasa? He just got signed on Anjuna Deep. I mean, he's an Indian artist,
right?
And he got signed on Anjuna Deep. So
it just went with the
yeah,
mood, like with the.
Mate, they know what they're doing. They're not fucking stupid.
That's
you know what I mean?
for sure.
Good.
It's a gorgeous label.
well, you know, you've played across so many festivals. What's your favorite festival that you've ever played at?
Fuck, that's a fucking bad one, man.
Yeah.
One more shot.
Yeah, right. Give me a shot. Shit, that's beer. That. I can't.
Damn. You know, this is what happens when you have just too much on your plate.
Too many good nights, I guess.
Maybe like one of the EDCs. The EDCs are always amazing to watch. Like it's a spectacular.
In Mexico?
Like EDC Vegas or like it's because the main stages are always crazy. Tomorrowland is always. Tomorrowland, like in Europe, is it is fucking mad. Like to watch that they've put this much amount of time, but music wise, no, see, I haven't even been to them, but I would love to go to the like Exit or something like that,
Exit.
like where it's a bit cooler. You know, like
What about like Burning Man? Have you been to Burning Man?
I haven't, but you know, I'll be the one who gets fucking stuck there, trapped. I need to get out. I'm off my fucking head. I've taken too many mushrooms, even though I don't take them. But I would have done something weird.
Yeah. That is
like,
a weird place to do weird things.
Mom, like ring us an Uber. Like my mom's like, I'm in the UK. You own it, like that type of shit.
Yeah. Wow.
Damn. I mean, so you know, since we're like running
short on time, but this was amazing.
Yeah.
Can we call you Cause, Christoph? What was I know people call you Cause.
I'm gonna call you
Whatever
Cause.
you want. Yeah, Cause. I'm into Cause. Cause is cool.
But
So
thank you so much.
Daddy, you promised to adopt me.
Daddy,
You promised to adopt me.
as long as you fucking stop fucking supporting Anjuna. Only joking, bro.
But before we let you go,
Connect the dots. But thank you so much. This was actually super
Anytime.
fun. But we won't let you go just like this. We have this small section in our
There we go.
podcast called the Let Me Backstage Rapid Fire. It's super fun. I mean, the drill is really simple. It's one question, 1 second each. So let's go. Man City or Manchester United?
City.
All right.
Let's go.
Most unexpected genre you would love to remix? Like think classical, polka, like heavy metal.
Simply Red. I don't even know what fucking like that genre is, but yeah, Hook no. No, in fact, yeah, come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strangest fan request you've ever received?
They sent me cakes and they wouldn't even come to the gig. That was mad.
okay.
Favorite collaboration you've done so far?
Collab. Gotta say Breathe, really, don't I?
Okay.
It's alright, Breathe, innit?
Okay. Indian women or British women?
Jesus, are you fucking joking?
No, I'm not.
I'm British because my mum and sister are fucking nails, so I'm not touching anything like that.
He's playing safe.
I mean,
You
Eric
can have
Prince.
both. I mean, you can have
You
best
can have
of both
both.
worlds.
Yeah.
Nah. You ask us one, either or.
No.
I'm siding with the family.
We are loyal.
I'm tight. I'm loyal.
He's loyal. Fair enough.
All right.
Dream collaboration.
Dead or alive?
They're alive. I'm a big fan of fucking Jackson, me, like, but if you want, yeah, I would love to do some Eric. Oh, maybe Solomon. So I think Solomon's a fucking beast at times, like, but he's one a bit fucking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a quick question though. Eric Prince, Pryda, or Serious D?
Yeah. You know this, right? You know this. I'm all over Pryda, right?
Yeah.
Love it, and that would be my ultimate answer.
Yeah.
But I think everybody overlooks how good the groove that Eric does when he does Serious D. So I'll go Serious D.
Okay.
And I think just because everybody overlooks that. Because I sit there and I'm like, how the fuck have you created that and made it fucking so techno?
Yeah.
Like it baffles me.
I think it's very similar to Maceo-Plex and Matrix.
When Eric used to Maceo used to be cool.
Yeah.
It was class. Like that Conjure Balleria, all that. Mate, I remember fucking Maceo-Plex done that out of it was like this love fucking
track.
Mate, it was class, and it stopped. Yeah, mate, it was fucking class. But mate, Eric, Serious D, class.
Great. I mean, I think that was a great open to close course. Pleasure to have you on board, and we look forward to having you back again at this home of yours, Antisocial.
Yes.
Well, let's wrap it up, guys.
Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, killer.
That was actually really good.
That's it.